Good evening, everybody. So we had to do an evening episode this week because we had Ramadan start, and our whole thing is we want to try coffee, so we can't do that on a Monday morning. Sunday night, baby. So let's do it. We had changed it up a little bit for that. Don't forget to please like, subscribe, share on all platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Doc, go through the topics for us.
Topics for today, we have our old faithful. We have coffee from Tim Hortons. Around the world Proverbs, would you rather, sports, we're talking March Madness,
Wrestlemania, baby,
NBA standings, and we're talking about the NFL. Let's get into this coffee.
Let's do it in coffee.
We got three different ones today.
Yeah.
We have our cappuccino, French vanilla, and our favorite black coffee from Tim Hortons.
I always go black. I've never tried anything else from there. So those,
I've had the French vanilla.
Yeah,
it's on the sweeter end, but it's very good.
So the kid in me used to love just the gas station French vanilla ones. Like that's all I do. They were so sweet. I loved it. It was awesome. That's what I was. So I'm assuming I haven't had French vanilla in God knows how long. So let's try it. Which one are we starting with? What's closer to you?
Oh, we're gonna start with the cappuccino.
Cappuccino. That's yours. Let's do it.
There we go. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready. You like that?
It's a good coffee cake, yeah.
You like that?
I did. It's good. It's good.
Coffee cake, yeah. It's nice.
It's a little, you taste the thickness of the milk, but you don't taste the milk by any means.
You don't.
It tastes like cappuccino. It's a stronger, it tastes like does cappuccino have an espresso shot or something in there? Because it tastes a little bit stronger.
That's good.
It tastes a little bit stronger. I would give it a 5.8.
I'm going to go 6. I like it, though. I mess with it.
Yeah, I could do that.
Next up, we got French vanilla.
Next one, we got French vanilla.
Let's give you this.
Alrighty.
This on the sweeter end. I warn you.
Sweeter, okay, that's fine. Hey, I had dinner. I didn't have dessert yet, so this could be my dessert.
Hey,
I didn't have that
ready?
yet. Let's do it. Ooh,
it's sweet. I
it's
like
sweet.
it,
It's good.
It's good.
Like right now, I'm in the mood for this. So this tastes good.
It's like 40,000 calories.
100%. But if I were to have this in the morning, I would throw it out my window.
Really?
But right now, because I'm actually craving something sweet, this tastes very good to me.
It's good, yeah.
I mean, I still, once again, I would give this a little bit higher. I would probably go like a 5.6. So a little bit lower.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going 6.8.
Oof.
I like the French vanilla.
6.8?
I like the French vanilla.
6.8?
The French vanilla is good. 6.8.
That's high.
6.8.
That's high.
Take another sip for that 6.8.
Take that 6.8. Take it. Here's a black. Come right over here. Need my black coffee right now. I haven't had that. I won't be sleeping tonight, but it's okay.
Oh, faithful.
It's okay. That's what I go. Yeah. Let's go home, play some Call of Duty right now.
There we go. Some resurgence.
It's just consistent. Burn. It's not that hot.
No, this one's hot, bro.
No, it's a 15-minute drive. It's not hot.
We just heated it.
No. That's good. That's literally. I'll always give this a consistently 6.3.
6.3?
Always.
I'm going 6.
It's always 6.3. I'll give that every single time. Timmy's is Old Faithful. That's where I go with it every single time. It's nothing. It's not going to wow you up. Why?
Too low.
It's good. It's good. I'm not saying it's not. So I want to go into Around the World Proverbs because I really liked what we did last week with the Warren Buffett's, the 9 points. So I want to start reading off some of these. I'll probably go with the first 3. You read the next 4. Yeah, same thing. I'll read the first half. You read the second half, and then we'll get into them.
All right.
So who begins to much accomplish is little. Who begins too much accomplishes little. Sorry.
Yes.
It's a German proverb. A man who uses force is afraid of reasoning. That's a Kenyan proverb. Don't sail out farther than you can row back. That's a Danish proverb. There is no shame in not knowing. The shame lies in not finding out. That's a Russian proverb. Yeah.
Good advice is often annoying. Bad advice never is. That's a French proverb. He who thinks it's too soon is sure to come too late. That's a German proverb. Deep thoughts, deep wisdom. Small doubts, small wisdom. That's a Chinese proverb. Let's get into this first one.
Yeah.
Who begins too much accomplishes little.
I like that. So to me, that's sort of telling me that if you're starting too many projects all at once and you're never seeing anything through, you'll never finish anything.
That's that one guy that says, I have this next week and this tomorrow and this the day after. Like, he just never accomplishes from start everything to end. Throughout.
You know, and that's why we even had conversations about this last week when we were thinking of a couple different projects that we want to do. And it's like, is our first project done yet? Are we ready for this yet?
For sure.
If we are, let's have at it.
Let's go.
If we're not, then let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Maximize everything you currently have. And then close it and go forward.
And I also think this sort of goes in the lines of like, knowing a lot, knowing a little bit of a lot, or knowing a lot about a little. And I would rather know a lot about a little thing. Be a professional, be a pro about those things. Me personally, basically. Specialize in those things. So that one speaks to me just because I feel like we live by that one a lot, which is nice. A man who uses force is afraid of reasoning.
See, as soon as you read this one, I think of one quote.
What's that?
Strengthen your argument, not your voice.
Okay.
That brings me to that. Yeah. Like if something were to happen and you're talking, don't be forceful about it. Just strengthen what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And keep your same tone, basically. Yeah. Because with force, no understanding happens.
Nothing.
Like if you scream at me and I scream at you, it's not going to get anywhere.
You're tunnel vision at that point.
Nothing.
You're not seeing.
You're just mad, you know?
And why do I like using the term tunnel vision? Because I'm just like in an argument or in a debate or in a negotiation, no one's going to be leaving, if it's a fair negotiation, fair agreement, no one's going to leave the table jumping for joy.
No.
They're both going to be content with the decision that they made. And they're both going to be happy because I would be looking out for you. You look out for me together at the same time. And together you guys grow, right? So I think that's where that speaks to me in that point because I'm not going to force you to do anything. You don't force me. And we come to this common understanding of, hey, this is how we flourish and this is what we do. And that's how you go about it.
Yes.
So that's why that one, I stuck that in there. I read about 90 of these.
Really?
And these are the main ones that sort of stuck out to me. Yeah. What's our next one here? Don't sail out farther than you can row back.
Row back.
Yeah. So I think that to me sort of goes along with the first one where it's like, don't bite off more than you can chew. Where it's like, you know, you got to sort of stay within your means and stay what you could do.
Basically see what you can handle before
see what you can handle before you get into it. Which I just feel like once again, it goes into the first one of you're trying to start too many things. So that's why I sort of put that in there as well, just because they worked out together. So the next one?
That's more like basically we're like in life, we're always trying to do a lot more than we can do. Like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Where it's like, stay in your zone. Don't get out of your box until you're done with your box.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, at the same time, when you say doing too much, I'd rather be doing too much. Like I become lazy when I'm not doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember back in high school or even in college, if I wasn't active in doing extracurricular activities, whether it was football or whatever, my grade suffered. Right now, if my plate's not full, then I sort of start getting a little, non-important things. So I start getting a little bit lazier. So yeah, I agree with you there a little bit, but I have to keep my plate full in order to stay productive. That's just the way that I am.
Next one, there is no shame in not knowing. The shame lies in not finding out. I think this we see a lot with our job, chiropractic in general. Me personally, and I know you personally as well, where if there's something that comes about us and we don't know what it is, we're not going to tell the patient a bunch of BS. We're going to tell them, hey, I'm not sure. Next time you come in, I'll get back to you and I'll let you know. Where it's like, don't BS the person that's asking you a question. Find out first.
Yeah. This spoke to me just because my kids, and I had a hard time with this in school. Especially at the beginning. If I didn't understand what was being said or what was being taught, I was always ashamed or shy to ask the question of why, of what is this, of explain it further. Because I didn't want to act like the dumb kid, right? Yeah. Where I had a hard time with that. And I try to stress that with my kids of you got to ask questions.
Questions is part of the learning process.
It's perfectly fine. And I had a hard time with that when I was younger, where I didn't ask questions. And there's still times.
I was the same way.
There's still times now when I'm like, you know, at a mosque or at whatever, where it's like they're asking questions that I'm not familiar with and I need to learn. Sometimes I still shy away from it, but I've learned to become asking questions and learning from it. So not knowing something is okay.
There's no dumb question.
No.
Always ask questions if you're uncertain about
and
things.
it's okay to not know because you're not going to know everything. Just ask the questions, which I love that. Good advice is often annoying. Bad advice never is.
With this, I take it a bunch of ways, but one specific way that I take it is with good advice. Like if you're doing a specific task or something and I'm telling you this good advice, like, hey, don't do it. You know, maybe it's not good for you. But if I tell you vice versa, I agree with you and you're like, oh man, this guy knows what he's talking about. Even though it's bad advice, you're going to be like, I'm going to stick with that instead of the actual good advice.
So it's what we talked about last week, I think it was just always looking for that yes man.
Yes, there you go.
Always looking for somebody that, you know, sort of just tells you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear. And that's where it's just like we relate this to work once again. It's like I've had a patient last week sort of tell me, hey, I've been to so many different chiros and you're the first one to actually put together a plan and tell me exactly what was wrong and went through my extras with me and did everything. And it wasn't what I wanted to hear, but at least you told me what was going on. Whether they start up care or not, that's on them. I did my job in telling them what we found.
For sure.
So I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, I would rather you be honest with me, whether it's good, whether it's positive or negative with what I'm doing, it's still going to be good advice at that point, right? Sure. So I like that one a lot. Who thinks it's too soon is sure to come too late. So this one sort of...
This one didn't process with me.
Yeah, I had to read it a couple times before I actually like put it in there. And that's where it's more or less where it's, you think, okay, we could relate this to the stock market, right?
Yeah.
No, let's wait for the bottom. No, let's wait for the bottom. No, let's wait for the bottom.
You're never going to buy it.
Then by the time, you're never going to buy it. Or by the time you try to buy in, it's too high at that point.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to wait to sell high, sell high, sell high. It's a matter of just always sort of shying back and not being the aggressor at times. And that's what this one came to me, where it was like, be the aggressor. Don't just sit back and say, I'll wait and wait and wait and wait.
Don't say, hey, I'll do it tomorrow.
Have the confidence to do it when you want to do it. Get it done. As long as it's not just, you're not just shooting from the hip, you actually have the research behind it and all that other stuff. You're doing all your due diligence, then do it. Don't doubt yourself. And this also went to me with board exams, right? Or any exam. I remember, I don't know if you did the board review with Irene's or not.
I did.
But their first thing that they always told us was, if your instinct is telling you to put C as the answer, for example.
C for chiropractic.
C, if your answer is C, and you go back and read through the exam and you want to change it, unless you're willing to bet your license that you're changing it from a wrong to a right, do not change it.
Go with your gut.
Go with your gut, because your gut is your second brain.
And always stay consistent with your guessing.
Stay consistent with it.
Like me personally, if I'm taking that exam, I have 10 answers I don't know, 10 questions I don't know, I'm going C for the 10.
Yeah, so that's more of a numbers game.
More than likely, I'm probably hitting 4 out of 10.
Yeah, that's more of a numbers game. And that's where if everybody does that, that's where they tell you that's if enough people do that with a crappy question, they throw that question out with all these major board exams and all that stuff. So that's more, it matters which exam you're talking about at that point. What's the next one here?
Deep doubts, deep wisdom, small doubts, small wisdom.
Yeah.
Chinese proverb.
That one talks to me, man, because
does it?
I just feel like the more you worry, the more you're sitting back and analyzing the situation, and you're stepping back and seeing what you're about to be going through or what journey you have to embark on to get to the end game. It's going to be a bigger issue, whether it's buying a house, building a practice, whatever it is. Whereas, am I buying this cup of coffee?
There's always stressors to anything.
There's stresses to anything, but it's which one's bigger or lesser, right? And I feel like the ones that are deeper doubts that you're sort of scared to do so. And older me is more scared to do things with 3 kids at home and all that stuff. Younger me was just shot at the hip and did it, right? I was more of the aggressor at that point. I'm a little bit more tamed back now. But at the same time, it's that deeper doubt. Just I feel like it's a bigger issue at hand, and you're actually just trying to work it out at that point. Whereas these smaller doubts, you don't have enough to deal with. You just haven't had those life experiences to deal with them yet. You know what I'm saying?
Takes time to learn all those.
That's where it comes with me. How do you read that?
The same way you did, honestly.
Yeah.
I read it in that way. I read it a couple times. It didn't sync with me at first.
Yeah.
But the same exact way. It's just you can't sit here and stress on stressors you can't control at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Stress is stress no matter what it is.
No matter what. Let's get into the would you rathers.
Am I going first?
I think you are, right?
Wow.
Did I go first last week?
I think you did.
I don't remember. Go ahead.
I did. But I'm going to go first again.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather for 2 years?
Okay.
You ready for this, man?
Yeah.
Would you rather lose your sense of touch?
Oh, I had the same one almost.
And we both like food. Or lose your ability to taste?
Touch
I
or
struggled
taste?
this week. I'm not going to lie. I was looking. I'm like, man, which one should I use?
So I have one that's almost like that.
Do you?
But I would, truthfully, I would lose my sense, even though it would mess with work. It would. My sense of touch. Sense of taste is very, very important to have a little taste of failure, a taste of this. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk to people that recently had COVID that never had their taste and smell back, right? It's just you don't understand what that does for you as an individual, brain, hormonally, all that stuff.
Enjoyment, man.
Not just enjoyment, it's also food, nourishment, right? So I especially with food, I want it, like tasting these coffees, right? I can't imagine not doing it. Feeling the proprioception and feeling, right? Like we could sort of remember what something feels like. Taste, you lose that. If you don't keep on rejuvenating that taste buds, it's very complex.
Where touch is.
So I would, touch is very complex. It isn't, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. The only thing that would affect me with the most is work. Like, I mean, we feel a lot for subluxations, bone moved out of place, higher musculature, all that other stuff.
Yeah, man.
It would mess me up with work big time, but I don't think I could take away that taste. You know, and every major proverb, whether it's religious or whatnot, they mention that taste. Taste of failure, taste of the hellfires, taste of this, taste of that, because it's that important of your senses. It's not seeing, it's not hearing, it's not any of that stuff. So that's where I would go with it. I would keep my taste.
So you're getting rid of your touch.
Yeah, and it's 2 years.
Okay,
it's 2 years. What would you do?
It's not my turn.
This guy can't answer it, could you?
I'm not answering that one, man.
Okay. Would you rather?
Would I rather?
Your eyes
come on,
record everything you see,
okay,
or your ears record everything you hear?
Just record everything, like for knowledge I can go back to?
Everything. This guy's twisted.
My eyes.
This guy's
I
stumped.
would rather record everything with my eyes.
Why?
Because that way I'll be able to enjoy every little thing. I think today's society is so worried about capturing things on a cell phone where they actually don't enjoy the moment.
Okay.
Like, for example, like people on vacation, they're always like picking up the phone and doing this. And what are they worrying about? They're not worrying about what's in front of them. They're worrying about capturing this moment. So you're telling me I have the ability to capture that moment without touching anything? Oh, yeah, I'm going that way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's what they're worried about, but okay. Yeah. I'll agree with you there. Whatever.
They always worry about that. You're telling me people don't pull out their phones like, oh my God, I got to snap this for... No. Majority of people.
Some are more worried about posting on Instagram and
go back to that basketball photo. I don't know if
exactly.
You remember
They want to say that
everyone
they're there.
But as soon as LeBron broke the record, no one enjoyed that moment. They were on their phones.
And I disagree with that completely.
I agree with that.
And I think they're idiots for that, because at the end of the day, you're not going to get a better capture on your phone than ESPN is on their freaking cameras.
So what's the point?
So what's the point of missing that moment?
That's it.
It's exactly what I'm saying. It's more of a flex than them worried about losing the moment.
That moment.
Yeah, I would rather enjoy the moment.
Enjoy it.
100%.
Later, you can close your eyes and you go back to your recordings and you can get it.
Yeah.
How about you? What are you doing? Are you answering?
Do I have to answer that?
Oh, baby.
Yeah, I'll answer. I would go eyes all day, because you could hear 1,000,001 lies. You always see the truth. That's where I went with it. Where it was like, you know, whatever you see is 100% true, and everything you hear is not true. So you have to see it with your eyes, and that's where I was just like, you could always go back.
How about
to your
you
vision.
Hear something from the source? It's true.
You think so? You ever play the game telephone when you were a kid?
No.
You hear it from the source. You go in a circle. You go in a circle and they say one sentence, and then by the time it gets back to the end, it's a completely different sentence. Whereas they could have just made up what that sentence was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I not hearing. I would rather see.
You want to see it?
Yeah, I would rather
see it to believe it.
I would rather see it all day.
March Madness. How'd your bracket go? Mine.
So it's horrible.
I'm not doing this stuff again, bro.
Yeah, you are.
I'm done.
You'll do it again next year.
I'm done, bro.
But it's absolutely hard to talk about pure badness. And we said at the beginning, it was just one of those years where it wasn't.
I picked Marquette, man. I don't even know who the heck Marquette
You're
is.
still crying about it.
I don't know who it is.
It was one of those years where there was no favorite. Like right now, the Final Four. There's not a number one, not a number two, not a number three.
Miami's in there for the first time ever.
There's a number 5 in the Final Four, a number 4 in the Final Four, a number 9 in the Final Four, and a number 5 in the Final Four.
I'm sticking to my NBA, man.
So first time there's no 1, 2, 3.
I'm done.
San Diego State beat Alabama. Miami smoked Houston by 14. And then UConn smacked Gonzaga 82-54. So, I mean, that way, and Gonzaga's no joke. I mean,
that one player on Gonzaga's coming back for his 8th season. I don't know his name, but I know he's coming back.
I don't know.
He's like a Gonzaga player, and he's
really
coming back. He didn't declare for anything.
How in the hell's that?
8th season.
How?
Sucks.
So yeah, March Madness is crazy. You got Final Four coming in next week. So of those Final Four, you got Miami, UConn, FAU, and San Diego State.
I got Miami.
I got UConn. I got UConn winning it all. Now, of those Final Four, I got UConn. UConn was the only one in there that I had going to the Elite Eight, I believe, in my bracket. I had them losing to
Houston.
I want to say Houston. I don't remember. But it got so busted, I have no idea who I got where.
Miami.
But yeah, so I would go UConn here. But yeah, my Madness continues next weekend. I think the national championship is Monday night. Not tomorrow, next week. Yeah.
I like your shirt. What is
you like that? I went to WrestleMania last year.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to WrestleMania last year, remember? Went out to Dallas. It was unreal. It was by far one of the best entertainments I've ever been to. You know, people go to shows, they go to plays, they go to all that stuff. Football games, entertaining, right? But this was like from beginning to end, from fireworks, from
it was just awesome.
Oh, dude, it was just an awesome experience.
And
like,
you had your kids with you too.
Had my kids hanging with me. It was unreal. I wanted to go again this year, but it's out in Cali. There's no way I could get out there. My nephew's going, actually. My nephew, my brother-in-law. It's just a great experience. Like, it was, and Stone Cold came back last year, so that was like one of my childhood people. Wow. So I'm like, yep, I'm going to it. I still keep up with it.
That's a nice shirt, though.
I still keep up with it. It's unreal. It has all the fighters that were there. On the back, it says I was there.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's we got WrestleMania coming up this weekend. So yeah, I think it's April 1st and 2nd in Hollywood.
Exciting slate, man. A lot of fights.
You know, there's a lot of fights. A lot of the wrestling guys that I talk to that I know, they're not that excited about it. They said it's supposed to be like horrible. I guess they're not promoting it well. I guess so I'll read the 4-minute little readouts or watch the 4-minute clips every week. There's no way in hell you could get me to sit for 3 hours.
On Monday,
yeah, there's no.
I used to watch as a kid with my brother, and then we just fell off.
Yeah, you fall off. It's just it's
too much to keep up with.
It's a storyline. It's a soap opera. At the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says. But it went from back in the day they were like complete brutes where they used to beat the hell out of each other. I'm talking like the whole days of like Macho Man and Hogan and all that other stuff, where they were just straight brutes. Now, dude, they're athletes. They're unbelievable what they're doing, jumping out the way they jump off the top rope.
Jake Paul, man?
Unbelievable. Like, these guys are athletes. Like, it's crazy watching that.
Athleticism.
But, you know, some of the slate that you have, you got Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, both just like massive women that are just like, they fight. Yeah, they're beasts, man. Rhea Ripley, I think, is truthfully one of those. She could be special. I think she deals with injuries.
Mommy lady.
The what?
The mommy lady, where Dominic is
I think he's. I think in the show they're
dating.
They're dating or whatever. They're in the same group. Yes. But yeah, no, she's unreal.
Hope
she probably will. Charlotte Flair is just Charlotte Flair, so she hardly loses. But Rhea Ripley's unreal. Yeah. I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
So I put this other one in there just because, you know, our childhood. Do you remember Trish Stratus, or was that before your time?
Trish, I remember Trish.
That was probably your first crush. She's back.
It was. I remember Trish and I think Tori Wilson.
Yeah. It's probably your first crush. Unreal. So she made a comeback. Her and Lita. Do you remember Lita with the Hardy Boys?
I do remember Lita. Yes.
She's back as well. Really? I'm like, what? I guess for just WrestleMania. I just seen this up there.
Sick.
Yeah. So she's back as well. I guess it's the older guys. They're older girls against the newer girls.
I'm watching this WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I'll be watching it for sure. Then this next one is John Cena and Austin Theory.
You can't see me.
Yeah. Cena, I just watched his rivalry thing with The Rock. I watched it about an hour ago with my kid. It was unreal. Like, I didn't realize it was real. I didn't know there was real hostility there. I guess The Rock had something written on his arm, and Cena, I guess the unwritten law, you never call out anybody on that stuff, and he basically called him out on it.
He got mad.
And bro, they got pissed. It was actually a real good hour show. But the thing here that I was just surprised with, WWE's really pushing for Austin Theory to be the next guy, the next Cena, the next this. He's 23 years old.
Think he takes Cena?
Guy's young. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting to see, because does he drop the title to him?
So is John Cena on the back end of his career?
Yeah, he's doing more movies. He's like The Rock. He's just more movies. He's not in WWE. He's probably in WWE performing twice a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not in frequently anymore. So he's more doing movies and stuff like that. But my thing is, it's passing of the torch, right? Does Cena actually lay down and let Theory pin him 1, 2, 3 and pass the torch on to him, or does he not? And I don't know if he will, because I know a lot of the stars in the locker room are always, you know, he's 23 and everything was just sort of handed to him because Vince McMahon, that was his guy. So when Triple H took over,
everyone's hoping for a beatdown.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. So they sort of gave him the shit end of the stick there once Triple H took over, and they weren't pushing him as heavily. So I don't know what happens in that fight. That's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, or how it's written, however you want to say it. Next one, Brock Lesnar and Omos. Omos. He's just some big dude that just freaking no wrestling skill. Really? No, he's just huge, like 7'6".
He's a beast.
He's huge. So I put that on there just because. What do you think of Brock Lesnar? Truthfully,
that guy's a beast, man.
Really?
Yeah, I think Brock Lesnar's a beast.
I didn't like him in anything. I feel like he's been a failure at everything he's done. I'm sorry, that's a harsh take, not a popular take.
He was in the UFC for a little bit, went to the NFL.
Yeah, NFL failed at it.
WWE.
UFC, he went in the heavyweight division when it was riding and dying Frank Mir.
There
was nobody. Yeah, it was like the belt was handed to him at that point.
Champion, you got to respect it.
Yeah, but like I said, he was the only one. He was the face there. He was the biggest advertiser there.
Yeah.
He was the biggest marketing pull there. I
can see why they did that.
So, and now he came to WWE, same thing. It was just handed to him for years. So that's why I'm just like,
I feel like he's been in here forever.
He has. And I've never been a fan of him. My nephew loves him.
Is he the one that broke the ring with the Big Show a long time ago? You remember?
I think so.
Where they went off the top turnbuckle and bam, everything broke?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I got to find out.
I remember I think it was last year when he freaking drove in a forklift and flipped over the ring with the...
Really?
It was unreal.
I got to start watching.
Yeah, it was unreal. I think that was WrestleMania when I was there. That was when I was there, yeah. I think, if I remember correctly. Next one that you're talking about, nonstop.
I hope Rey Mysterio beats his son's ass. I hope he lays down the hammer. And
this guy's so mad.
Man,
you're so angry.
After watching last time, where he told his mom to shut up.
Oh yeah.
And Rey just came, and we were waiting for that.
Yeah.
Man. Every single time, Rey backs down, doesn't touch Dominic. But man, he hit him.
So I don't know if he will. I don't know if he will or if it's going to be one of those passing of the torches again where he just lets his son win.
WWE's going to send a message. Don't tell your mother to shut up.
WWE ain't going to send anything.
WWE's going to let Rey beat this man's butt.
They're going to send wherever the most money is and whoever buys the most merch, that's where that's who's winning.
Rey, you better not flop on this one,
It's not going to be anything else. But I think it's just a very corny storyline. I hate it. Dominic, I think, is just horrible. He's getting better, but the kid's 19.
It's crazy.
Kid's 19.
They've been building this up for so long.
They have been.
So you remember with Eddie Guerrero, how it was like, oh, I'm going to keep your secret.
Yes.
And that. That's crazy.
It's been built up forever. It's been built up forever. So it's just the way it's playing out, little corny for me. But people love Dominic. I'm not a big fan at all.
Yeah, Dominic or Rey?
I'm hoping for Rey at that point. Yeah. Next one, Edge and Finn Balor. This is just this one and the next fight, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul. Those two are going to be they're both very athletic. Like, it's going to be entertaining to watch. I don't care who wins, but watching how they get to the end game will be just unreal.
Has Logan won in the WWE yet?
Yeah.
He tore his ACL or something, didn't he?
I think so, a while ago. But Seth is he's just unreal. Seth Rollins is unreal to watch. The way he flies off the top rope, he's good on the mic. He's just got a real good gimmick going for him. And then just see what shape Edge is in.
Edge is so mad
at his age.
For a while too.
And he was out for 9 years. I mean, he's been unreal. And Finn Balor's I think they always just sort of do him dirty to the point where he's just,
who that is.
He's just athletic, man. You watch this guy and you watch him perform,
it's good.
You'll respect him.
Really?
Yeah. Like, once again, storylines and stuff like that, I'm not a huge, I'll keep up with it, like in those 4-minute clips that I watch every week.
Yeah.
But to tell you, I know the exact storyline of what they're doing, I couldn't tell you that. But man, every time I watch him fight, dude, he's unreal.
You got to respect the game.
He's unreal. Main event, Roman and Cody Rhodes.
Is Roman top dog?
Yeah.
He's a double champ or something like that?
Double champ, yeah. He's
had it for the longest
time. It's
crazy.
So
is Cody good?
He's good. He's one of the fan favorites.
Is he?
I'm not a huge fan of him. I mean, myself personally, but he came on the scene when I stopped watching for a while. So I didn't grow up watching him by any means. So I knew I watched his father, Dusty Rhodes. I didn't watch him.
Oh, that's his father.
Okay. So I didn't watch him. So that's where I was just we both looked to see if I brought Dusty Rhodes' Funko Pop here. I didn't.
Bought it
I don't know where. I don't know where I put it. I probably in my house still. But
right, we'll bring it next time.
I didn't watch him. So he's good. They're both very good in the ring. But I remember calling out Roman about 10 years ago, 7 or 10 years ago. My nephew was talking about it, and he was like, "Oh, Roman's horrible. He's this, he's that." I'm like, "Dude, he's got the look. He's got the athletic build. He's gonna be the face of the WWE for the next 10 years."
You think they need to throw him here or no?
I don't know. So the biggest rumor was bring The Rock back and him versus The Rock at this WrestleMania, and then I don't know, scheduling or whatever had to happen or didn't happen. So I don't know where they go with it, because obviously they're not gonna have The Rock come back and either one, lose to him, or two,
if The Rock
beat
comes back,
him.
you gotta win.
Well, not just that. If he beats him,
he's gone.
He can't lose the title. So he can't give The Rock the title, because then The Rock's gone. Like, he's not going to stay there. So that's why it's sense. Is this setting it up to where Roman drops the belts, Cody's got the belt, Rock comes back for the next pay-per-view, and then that way it's not a title match, so The Rock could actually come back. That's the way I think it's going through that way, but I think it's going to be entertaining.
The WWE messed up though with Undertaker. They ruined his streak a while ago.
Horrible.
Right? Why did they do that?
Freaking Brock Lesnar. They want to hand that guy everything.
Why did they
I can't stand him because of that reason.
A legendary streak.
I can't, that man right there. Can't. I can't. I cannot. The fact and Brock, everything's just been handed to him. It pisses me off. NBA standings. Let's get into it.
NBA standings.
Man, hey, it's been.
It's very tight in the West.
Yeah.
The East. Milwaukee 1, 2 Boston, Sixers 3, 4 Cleveland, 5 Knicks, 6 Brooklyn. Then it goes play-in Miami, Atlanta, Toronto, Chicago. Pacers look like they're out.
Yeah, it's done at that point.
Who cares about the rest?
It's done at that point.
Right?
Yeah. Western.
West, you got Denver at the top, Memphis at 2, Kings 3, 4 Suns, 5 Clippers, 6 Warriors, 7 Pelicans, 8 Minnesota, 9 you have the Lakers, which lost today, unfortunately.
Who they lose to the
Bulls. Yeah. 10 OKC, 11 Mavs. See, here it's all tight because...
So is this updated with today's game? It is?
Okay. So the 12 seed has 35 wins, and legit the 4th seed has 39 wins.
Yeah.
So it's neck tight. Like, it's really, really close.
The Suns can't buy a win if their life's dependent on it. I don't know if they play today or what's going on with them.
Where are they? They were on a skid for a while.
They're on a huge skid, man. They're fourth right now.
So now they're on a 1-game win.
Yeah, they're fourth right now. And then did you see Luka, man? I don't know if you put it in here.
Oh, I did not. Luka Kyrie, man.
Dude.
That's not looking good.
I'm surprised you didn't put that in there. I was scrolling through it, and I'm like, Luka came out and saying, I usually play happy.
He's not happy.
I don't know what's going on. If it's me,
that wasn't going to work. You have 2 players that do the exact same thing.
Yeah. And listen, I love Kyrie. I love his style of play. But there comes a time when you go from locker room to locker room, and there's always an issue and an issue and an issue. It's a time where you just got to look in the mirror and say, is it me? And he's got to be doing that to the point where it's him, and he's got to be looking at that because Luka's a beast, man. Like Luka's very good.
Not a winner though, man. Kyrie's a winner. He's won multiple times, multiple games. He has won championship.
I know, but has Luka been long enough to say he's not to give him that title? He's not a winner.
I mean,
no,
he's not a winner until you win.
I know, but he hasn't been in the league long enough to say he's not a winner.
If you win,
you can't. The guy's a beast. So I don't know what's going on with them. This skid is just unbelievable. And you know what? Kyrie's
on next year, though. He's on a 1 year.
100%.
He's gone.
100%. So
he's gone. He'll probably end up in LA.
That's where he wants to be. I think this was just a piss stop for him to get back to the Lakers.
So if the playoffs were to start today, you got play-in tournament. You got the Lakers versus OKC. I think Lakers wipe them.
Okay.
You got the Pelicans versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. I got Timberwolves in that.
Hold on. So it goes 7-8 and then 9-10, or does it go 7-10, 8-9?
So the play-in would be 9-10, and then 8 and 7 would play if it started today.
Okay.
And then basically the winner of 9 and 10 would face the number 1 seed, which is Denver currently.
Okay.
And then the winner of 7 and 8 would versus the 2nd seed, which is Memphis.
Okay.
So those are the 2 play-ins on the West. East side, you got Toronto, Chicago. I'm going Chicago there.
Yeah.
And then you got Miami, Atlanta, which I'm taking Miami there.
Okay. Yeah, I would take those 2 as well.
But man, like crazy.
And then is that a series?
West.
Best of 5 series or
the play-in? It's one game.
1 game.
Actually, I think it's 2 games.
Is it 2?
Ah, man.
No, it's got to be either best of 3 series or best
I think
of
it's
5.
best of 3.
Might be a best of 3.
I think so.
Because that's why I was just wondering.
Was it 1? No, I don't remember, man. What is...
Yeah, I don't remember which one that is. That's why I was just wondering how that works out there.
Consists of a single elimination.
Single elimination,
game, which means that, so it's 1 game.
1 game.
1 game, winner advance. I'm taking my boys.
Yeah, so right now, like you said, if it ends, you're taking Chicago, right?
Taking Chicago.
Toronto. And Miami over Atlanta.
Yeah, so Chicago would play Milwaukee. Milwaukee will beat the brakes off them.
Yeah.
Miami versus Boston, you take Boston.
Yeah. Boston. I mean, who do you have coming out of the East? Are you still high on Cleveland?
Man.
You were a few weeks ago.
That's good. I'll rock with Cleveland, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'll take Cleveland.
I don't know, man.
I'll either take them or Boston. I want Boston because I like Tatum.
The top half of the East is just strong.
Man, very strong.
I mean, you got
the West, man. It's changing daily, man.
Yeah, the West is just
37 wins.
Every game's different. So you just never know where they're going to, who's going to get in, who's not going to get in. I think you still have a couple of your favorites. You got the Nuggets, but it could really be anybody's series, anybody's game.
You see the Lakers?
I think the Eastern Conference literally has to the point where they got their top 3 dogs. One of those are going to be coming out. It's not going to be anything else.
Just the way.
It's just how it ends. Whereas the West, you just really can't pick it. It can be your Lakers. It can be your Suns. It can be anybody.
I'm going to be hurt if the Lakers don't make it, man.
I don't know if they will, but like you were getting ready to say,
I might stop working.
You were stop. Like you were getting ready to say, I'll see you at work the next morning. Like you were getting ready to say about the Lakers, and since the trade, their defense has been phenomenal. Yeah, their defense has been phenomenal. You gotta give it to them. Will it be the same when Bronny comes back?
He came back today.
How was he?
They lost, man. I think he had 19 today. He played all right.
Yeah. You know, listen, I read rumor was it was a torn tendon.
It was announced today.
Yeah, torn tendon. And the fact that he healed that quickly, they were all going nuts, and that's what makes me believe that rumor of him being overseas and getting the stem cell therapy might have been true.
True, I think it was true.
And you know what? Why be ashamed of that?
Did you see what he said?
No.
They asked him, did any doctors recommend surgery? He's like, yes, 2 of them. And they asked him why he didn't do it. He's like, I went to the LeBron James of foot doctors.
I did read that.
He said not to, so I did.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, if he did that PRP stem cell, why are they not allowed to do it? Is that within the jurisdiction of what
Probably
whatever
not,
their
because
stuff
it
is?
came out. I just think he wanted to keep it personal and not put it out there.
Yeah, but promote the crap out of that. Like, you know how many other athletes, I mean, I understand, I guess you don't want everybody else to heal the way that you're healing, but guaranteed he lived in a hyperbaric chamber. He got the stem cell and PRP, rest, maybe, and a lot of rest. But yeah, no, I mean, the guy's
Doctors said this is the fastest that they've seen someone heal from a torn tendon.
Yeah, for sure. And I
is
just
he not human?
Stop.
I think he's a robot.
He's just, you know, he's loaded enough to be getting all those. He could get whatever he needs, you know. Reeves. Reeves, stop. Reeves, is he going to get his bag?
Man,
would you pay the man?
I'm not paying him.
Why not?
Man, I feel like when you pay players in the NBA big bags, they underperform always.
Yeah.
Always. So paying Reeves, somebody will pay him. Not LA, though. I think Lakers lose him, unfortunately.
Think so?
They'll lose him.
I don't know if he'll be, you know, the chemistry in that Lakers team when LeBron wasn't there, I said this a couple weeks ago, was phenomenal. It's the best chemistry I've seen on that team in a very long time. So when he comes back, that messes with the chemistry. And that messes with Reeves.
He played good today.
I'm saying when if LeBron's taking over, then I think Reeves sort of takes the back seat a little bit. Yeah, right? You have to, right? Yeah, the only thing that annoyed me the most about, and I think we were talking about the other day, AD, man. That boy could turn. He could be nasty.
Some days he looks like he could be straight monster. Yes. Other days he looks like a child on the playground.
Like, what is he doing? So that annoys the crap out of me.
Austin Reeves today with LeBron back had, where is this? He had 13 points.
13.
LeBron had 19.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, everyone's going to take the backseat to LeBron.
Anthony Davis 15. Like nights like that, you're like, what the heck?
Why? Well, why? I don't understand. And it's so weird. That's it. Yeah. They're very up and down. Let's just see what happens with them.
See Josh Giddey?
Yeah, you were telling me about him.
14 assists from passing Russell Westbrook's single season assist record as a rookie. He's not a rookie, but he is 20 years old. Russell broke him when he was 20. 14 more assists. So that's impressive, man.
So it's not really his rookie year, though.
It's not, no. But it's the franchise record he's going to break. So he'll take that claim.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's cool for how young he is. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep an eye on that and see how that goes. I've seen your boy Ja back.
He's averaging 20 minutes. I don't know why he's playing so.
I don't know. I mean, it can't be injury.
Punishment?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know where that stands or why he's only averaging that 20 minutes. I mean, what do you have? His 3 games back, he was 24, 19, 18 points. So, you know, I watched a clip of him coming out, doing the gritty, and sort of mocking, what the heck's his name? Skip Bayless.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Yeah, so he came out a little cocky. But, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, Ja's young. I hope he turns around. I hope he stays good. A lot of maturing to do. A lot of maturing to do. He's an exciting freaking player to watch. Like, I hope he keeps it up and stays on the court. Because he's
so just athletic, man. So he jumps out the gym.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so good.
Man, Giannis got it.
Say it. He got posterized, kid.
Jeff Green's 36 years old. He's jumping like he's 20.
How? Listen, if I see that boulder standing there in Giannis, I'm not dunking on the guy.
You see the bench?
Yeah, they went nuts.
Bro, one player on the bench fell down.
I don't know how that happened. He just
went on top of him and destroyed him.
I don't know how or he just said, F it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going in. Man. That's it. And when he said he's 30 what?
36.
Man. And Giannis a beast.
36.
Giannis, I think, all in all, and I agree with your boy, is the best in the league right now. He's probably been for 2 years now.
Very good.
So I for him to do that at 36.
36 is old. Yeah. Like very, 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 very old.
Stop. I know where you're going. Stop. No, that video of him dunking on him was unbelievable. I think it was a very, very good dunk. I'm still laughing at the old. Let's get in the NFL. Bobby Wagner. That boy's
back to Seattle.
That boy's jacked and back to Seattle.
He's done though, man. He's not good.
Oh, come on. Not good.
He's just
he is what he is. So he's going to end up being a role player. He's going to be he's going to be the veteran there. Yeah. He's probably going to wear the green dot and call the defense, and that's what it is. You can say man how you want. Terrell Edmonds, he was with the Steelers, went to the Eagles on a 1-year deal. The Eagles got a lot of these 1-year deals.
Edmonds, isn't there a brother on the Bills?
Tremaine.
He left the Bills.
He left, yeah. So Terrell left the Steelers, and I know a lot of Steeler faithfuls, a lot of Yinzers were mad.
Hurt?
Yeah, because they loved him. He was never a splash person, right? He wasn't a Minka or a Polamalu or anything along those lines where it's like he had to be on there, and if he wasn't on the field, you could tell. He's not a TJ Watt, right?
Yeah.
So the money he was demanding was like, okay, just let him test the market and see what he does. So I think once Pitt made all those moves, they said, okay, Edmonds going to be walking now. And then he got a 1-year deal for about $2 million. $2 million, which means everyone else sees it the way that I see it.
It wasn't the money.
No, not the money. It's just his market's not there. He's not performing the way that he thought he should be getting paid for. Here's the Eagles with another 1-year extension. I put this in there just because left tackle, Lane Johnson, 1-year extension, $33.4 million for a 1-year deal, right?
How do I become that?
You don't. The rest of your body needs to catch up with your forehead. That's how you become there.
I was joking about the old man.
You know I was gonna get you.
You're so old, you're about to turn to dust.
You know I was about to get you. So he's real. The fact that they're paying these linemen is just unreal. Ken Francis.
I seen that.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
So NFLPA and the NFL Management Council sends out a newsletter, a memo to all 32 teams of if this guy Ken Francis ends up reaching out to you guys in regards to signing Lamar Jackson, ignore him. He's not licensed. He's not an agent. He can't be talking on behalf. He's just pushing. So the fact that came up, and I don't know what Lamar is doing. I think he's gonna keep on trying to test the market. And like we talked about last week, are they sort of canceling him and not wanting to sign him?
Too long, man.
Well, I just think he's going to have to now.
I just hope this doesn't turn into like a Le'Veon Bell situation.
It will.
Oh, I don't want it to.
I think it will.
Just wasted talent, done.
Yeah, I think he'll end up coming back. But the problem is once again, he just needs to play a full season and perform.
Yeah.
If he does that, then this won't be an issue. You know what I'm saying? So when Zeke still has no team.
I think he ends up on the Jets.
Think so?
Yeah, he'll be a Jet.
They just signed another running back that they had 1 year. Was it Ty Conklin's the tight end. There was another one that they signed.
Michael Carter?
No, I don't remember who it was. There was Ty Johnson. There was a running back that they signed.
Ty Johnson, the catching back.
Yes. So they signed a running back. I don't think Zeke ends up there. I don't think he adds any. They got Breece Hall. They got some players there. They still got James Robinson. I'm not sure.
Monster.
Breece is huge.
James Robinson went there too.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there though.
End of last season.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there though. But Jets are making moves. They traded Elijah Moore and signed McCall Hardman. So I think those are two good signings for them because they're versatile. They're dumping off players, bringing in players. They still got a bunch of picks.
No word on Rodgers yet?
Nothing.
What's up?
Nothing's been there yet. So it's just, I think that's just the teams negotiating right now at that point. So I don't know how that ends up working out. I'm rooting for them. Hope they do well. Tony Pollard, that's your boy.
That's my boy, man.
Took his franchise tag worth $10 million.
In that one league, I got him next year for $9.
Yeah. That auction league. I don't got anybody in that auction league. I don't think anybody worth keeping.
You got your boy, Pickens.
I picked him off the free agency. You dropped him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, appreciate
I got Tony Pollard. I wasn't keeping him regardless.
Right, you weren't going to keep him.
I got to help you, man.
Yeah, help me help you, baby. Help me help you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so wide receiver class of 2019. Did you see this?
Yes.
Okay. The 2019 class, DK Metcalf. Okay, you got Terry McLaurin, A.J. Brown, Debo, Deontay, and Hunter Renfrow.
Oh, this is tough, but
who's the best of those?
I'm going to go for my list, and you go for your list. Ready?
Yeah.
Give me Debo.
Okay.
Oh, this is tough. Give me A.J. Brown.
Okay.
Give me Metcalf.
Oof, okay.
Give me Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
Deontay Johnson and Renfrow.
So 4 or 5, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 5'6". I'm with you. Deontay and Renfro 5'6" there for sure. And I think those are interchangeable right now. Deontay had one good year, then he had the case of the drops every other year. Yeah. I don't think he's a true number one. I think he'll be better with Pickens there as number one. Yeah. I think that's the problem with the Steelers. They keep on getting trying to make these number one wide receivers when they're not really number ones. They did it with Juju.
But Pickens is, right?
Pickens, I think, is going to be a beast. Yeah. I think he could be good.
Catch of the year last year.
If they use him enough, man. If they use him enough, that's the problem. He could be good.
But you need a good quarterback.
We need a good coordinator. Quarterback's fine.
Quarterback, too.
Quarterback's fine.
Yeah, you guys
we got the future here.
The who?
The future.
The future?
Yeah.
He's the future?
He'll be easily top 7.
What?
Top 7, not ever. I'm talking about in the league.
Top 7 in the regular season?
In the league.
No way.
Not this year. I'm talking about throughout his career. He'll crack. He'll crack in there.
Absolutely not.
Yes, he will. He will. And we'll come back and thumbnail this and make sure we come back. Pickett. Get it right. Get it right.
Picking him.
Get it right. Look at this freaking guy. The minute he's finally got a team and his team does well, he wants to start talking about
baby, let's go.
Bandwagon closed, right?
I've been a Lions fan for a very long time.
Yeah, you never claimed them.
I've always claimed them.
You are the most unloyal sports fan I've ever seen in my life.
No.
Only thing you're loyal to is LeBron's jockstrap. That's the only thing you're loyal to.
Whoa, it's a kid show, man.
All right, so my ratings. Let's get to my ratings about this. I don't know, man. This was hard. I personally, Debo and AJ Brown would be my 1-2. I'd probably put Debo 1.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'll go AJ Brown 2.
See, I went Debo 1 because of the versatility.
That's
he can run the ball as well.
If it was pure wide receiver, AJ Brown's 1.
Yeah,
AJ Brown's 1, no doubt. But because versatility, 1. I put in Debo 1, AJ Brown 2, DK 3, McLaurin 4, and then the 5-6.
So seamless.
Same list. But the only question that I was just, that interchangeability with AJ Brown and Debo, that would be the only thing I would change at that point.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, I think that's just an unreal class. Unreal class.
I've been playing Resident Evil, man.
How's it?
Oh, man, it's the best.
Really?
It's so good.
No,
I'm almost done with it.
Do you just sit there and play? Or do you play with my brother? Okay, so that's when it comes fun.
We take turns. It's fun.
So I never got into it like that.
Very nostalgic because we used to play the old one.
Yeah, I never got into it like that.
Apparently it was made in 2006.
Yeah.
I said 2005 last one. I had someone.
Oh, we got called out on that, didn't we?
Yeah, he's like, it was made in 2000. I'm like, bro.
You got fact checked, my boy.
Shut up.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Another episode in the wraps.
Let's get it.
Go ahead, Doc.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you. Always make sure to like, subscribe, follow, show us love so we can show you love. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, guys.